Oh, g'day folks, welcome to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. As you can see here, I'm at Nowendoc, and just got rid of the boring part. Didn't want to show you any of that coming from Tamworth up here. It's pretty boring. But now we're getting into the good stuff. We're going to go from here, and we're going down Nowendoc Road, which is up that way, and we're going to head down there, and we're going to Dingo Tops campsite in Tapin Tops National Park. Going to spend a couple of nights up there, have a bit of a look around, but for now it's time to get back on the road and make my way to the campsite. Nowendoc Road is a 92-kilometre road that stretches from Nowendoc in the New South Wales Northern Tablelands to Wingham in the mid-north coast. It travels generally in a southeasterly direction, coming off Thunderbolt's Way at Nowendoc and travelling through the locations of Kupla Number 1, Caffery's Flat, Norrit Flat, Mount George and Killawarra before joining onto Gloucester Road just outside of Wingham. From Nowendoc, the first 58 kilometres are dirt road, and from then on it is bitumen. At times it follows alongside the Nowendoc, Kupla, Rowleys and Manning rivers, as well as several other smaller creeks and streams. This section of Nowendoc Road descends 534 metres into the valley below, over a total distance of 7.2 kilometres. It does this in two stages with a brief interlude between as you cross Wards Creek. At times the grade is greater than 10%, with the last little bit hitting 15%. Looking over the edge of the road gives an indication of the steepness of the terrain as the ridge falls away to the creek below. I was last down this way in September 2023, and it's good to see the land so green compared to what it was like back then. I really love riding these dirt roads. With every hill that you climb, a new scene opens up before you, a new valley to gaze upon. Every turn in the road reveals something new, and I can't help but wonder what it would have been like living out here during the early days of European settlement, let alone how life would have been for the original indigenous inhabitants. Kupla-Karipa Station has its origins as a 6,400-acre Crown lease dating back to 1848, with an original yearly lease payment of £10. It has changed hands a few times over the years and consolidated in size with each transaction. In 1950, a chap named Ivan Livermore purchased Kupla-Karipa, by which stage the property had grown to 60,000 acres. During the late 40s and early 50s, Australia was beset with a plague of rabbits, and Livermore's property was not excluded. So he set about ripping the warrens with a tractor. In the first 5 months, he collected 61,000 rabbit skins. It eventually took him 2.5 years and £35,000 to clear an estimated 500,000 rabbits from his property. With the removal of the rabbits, Kupla-Karipa Station was able to hold 10,000 head of cattle. This patch of road passes by the old Kupla-Karipa School and Workers' Quarters, and is the only patch of paved road this side of Caffrey's Flat, although you might be forgiven for thinking it's a stretch of potholes held together by bitumen. I noticed a car following along behind me in my rearview mirrors. I'm not a fan of being pushed along on country roads, or of holding other travellers up for that matter, so I waited to find a safe place to pull over and let them pass. The Heike Creek Bridge was built in 1948 to replace a much older bridge that was washed away during a flood in April of 1947. Once a part of the large Kupla Karipa Station landholding, Number 1 is now a standalone property of 354 hectares. Well, here I am at Dingo Tops in Tapin Tops National Park. Just got here a little while ago. I had a little bit of issue with my action camera. Went to change the SD card and the battery as I turned off onto Sells Road. And maybe it was just a bit too hot, but the camera didn't really want to play ball. So I'm hoping it's just an overheating problem, and when it cools down it'll be right. So I'm going to set up tent and then relax and get changed and see how we go, and just enjoy what's left of the afternoon. Well, the good news is the action camera is up and running again. I'm still shooting on the phone here at the moment. But the problem is it didn't like that SD card that I put in there. For some reason, don't quite know why. It didn't like that one. I've got a few other ones that I can use, so it's not an issue. Just a shame that I couldn't catch that section of road coming up Carrick Forest Road. It's a really nice piece of bush road. Anyway, so that's good news on that part. What we're doing now is we're going to somewhere, trying to try and find this lookout called Brown's Lookout. It's only about 1 kilometre or so from the campsite. So instead of suiting up and riding down here and all that sort of palaver, I'll do a nice little walk. So with a bit of luck, we'll be able to find the trail into this lookout, and we'll have a look and see what it's all about. Anyway, I'll let you know what it's like when we get there. Well, as you can see, this has turned into a bit of a palaver. The navigation app said that there's a track, but as I've found in previous trips up to here, anything that's off the main track, not very well maintained by national parks. Well, that didn't seem to be too far into the bush there. I'm back onto the road. Ah, there it is. There's the track. Hidden. Okay. Let's go in here. This is going to be better. You can actually see the track. You couldn't see it before because it was switched back from the way I was coming. But no, this is the go. All right. Well, here we are at the lookout. What was I just saying about national parks and maintenance? This is definitely the end of the track. The navigation software tells me I'm at the lookout. There's not much to see. I was hoping for maybe like a rocky outcrop or something up high. You actually see a vista down the valley. That's probably about as good as you're going to get. If you can see through the trees, you might be able to see there's something else down beyond there. Over this way. Just zoom in a bit. You can see the other ridge line over there through the trees. But yeah, this be a lookout in name only. Anyway, a good little exercise, little walk, a bit of a scrub bash, which I didn't really want to do. Luckily found the track.
and we'll just start making our way back to camp and have a relax. Anyway, that's it. Browns Lookout. Been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. In fact, here's a better view down the valley than you get from Browns Lookout. This is just on the road back to camp. Just spotted this and thought I'd better pull over and just take a little video of this. That gives you a bit of an idea of what's going on. It's a bit hard to tell in the receding light, but there's all sorts of bits and pieces in there. I hope the camera picks it all up. But anyway, there you go. There's Browns Lookout on the side of the road. Well, all in all, I think that was a pretty successful day. I had a bit of a late start, so we sort of didn't get up here till 3 o'clock. But you know, it was good. Bike went well. The bike went really well, actually. I got some new tyres on. I got some Dunlop D605s. I really like them. They're really good. Anyway, we're just sitting here at the table getting ready for dinner. We've got beef and pasta hot pot for dinner. Sounds good. So water's boiling. Got the Trangia with the gas conversion. Got a little light set up. Got a clothesline set up in case I need to dry some clothes. So we're just kicking back here, getting ready to have some dinner. Probably have a cup of tea afterwards and then just crash. Tomorrow will be about a day. We're going to do a loop down to Ellenborough Falls and then across to Blue Knob Lookout. So that's the plan for tomorrow. But in the meantime, we've got to get this dinner going. So yeah.